Hi there. So it's time for my weekly video again, and I'm doing this tonight, Wednesday, while I'm online to see if anybody wants help with live chat. And so let's see, I was looking through the class trying to decide what would be helpful to provide additional feedback and instruction on, and I decided for this week, let's talk about the composition. We have our first composition this week, which I know is mildly or extremely terrifying because you've only been taking Spanish for a week and a half now. So the first thing that I want to encourage you is please remember that I know you've only been taking Spanish for a week and a half. And when I write the prompt and when I grade your papers, that's what I expect to see. I started grading a few that had been turned in already this week, and they were fantastic. They were very well done. The students took a lot of the vocabulary from chapter 1 and just did a lot of repetition and simple sentences, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. So keep that in mind. I'm not looking for creative writing by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not looking for, a thesis statement, a plot line, anything like that. I know that sounds like, sounds silly because it is. I'm not looking for anything fancy. I know that your vocabulary and grammar is very, very limited, and that's what I would expect to see reflected in this composition. So the sentence starters that I've provided in the prompt, I do expect you to use them. It's not a crutch. It's a learning tool. So please use those. That's what I intend for you to do when I write this prompt. So talk about what you have for school. Talk about, and like I say in the prompt, you can tell what you do have and then what you don't have. And really just very simple, very repetitive sentences. And you might say, well, what's the value of writing such simple, such repetitive sentences? And the explanation that I try to give is, when you think about when you're speaking and writing in English, how do you decide what to write? How do you decide what grammar rules to follow, what verb conjugations to use? Normally it's not because you have some rules memorized and you say, oh, well, I narrated this in the present tense because blah, 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 right? Instead, we speak and we write based on what sounds right because we've been speaking the language for a long time and we know what sounds right to us. And that's the point that you want to get to in Spanish, but the only way you'll get to that point of knowing what sounds right is frequent repetition of simple, correct structures. And that's the goal of these compositions, is frequent repetition of simple, correct structures. So the sentences can be very repetitive because that way it's going to help embed in your brain that structure, that foundational structure that you can build on later. Later you can make it more creative, but for now, super repetitive. The rules that you learned in 6th grade English or whatever about you can't start multiple sentences with the same word, throw those out for now, because we're not looking at style. We're just looking at getting those grammar patterns ingrained in your brain. So things like para la universidad, yo tengo, so a real simple sentence starter for school, I have. And then you can use that same sentence starter over and over again. Para la universidad, yo tengo un libro. Para la universidad, yo tengo una mochila. You can make it more creative by adding colors. Yo tengo una mochila roja. You can get double duty out of the same sentence by saying what is true and then what is not true. Yo no tengo una mochila verde. Add in some plurals and you'll get extra practice with that construct. So, yo tengo unos lápices. Los lápices son negros. Los lápices no son azules. So it's very, very simple. If the negation is overwhelming right now, then leave that out. Just, again, very, very simple, very repetitive. That's absolutely exactly what I'm looking for. Be sure that you meet the length requirement and be sure that you include as much of the chapter 1 vocabulary as possible. That's the main goal of this assignment. So don't feel like you need to tell me accurately about absolutely everything that you have. If you have a compass and a protractor because you're taking a math class, don't worry about including that in this, because it's the goal of this assignment is to communicate about what you really do have, but really the ultimate goal is to communicate effectively using the Spanish that you've learned in chapter 1, which is a very, very small amount of Spanish for right now. If you're using a dictionary for this assignment, if you want to look up 2 or 3 words here and there, that's great. But if you're looking up more than, say, 5 words for this assignment, then you're probably overthinking it, and you're probably complicating it more, because really the goal isn't to exercise your dictionary skills for this particular assignment. The goal is to practice the chapter 1 vocabulary. The more that you use it, the more that vocabulary will become ingrained, and you'll have it more at the forefront of your mind next week when you take the test, and as we continue on and build on that vocabulary through the rest of the semester. So that's my spiel. That's how I explain this assignment to my face-to-face students. And I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions or problems, shoot me an email. If you feel like maybe it's overly simplistic and you want to be reassured before you submit your assignment, you can email it to me, and I'm happy to just glance at it and say, yep, you're right on track, or no, you've kind of missed the mark with this. I'm happy to do that. Remember that the assignment needs to be submitted as a Word document. So it needs to be in either .doc or .docx format when you submit it. And then I'll give you my feedback. I will submit all of the feedback no later than Wednesday of next week, so you can make your revisions and submit the final draft. But I will be grading them as they come in. So I've already graded everything that was submitted through today for those compositions, and I'll continue that every day. I'll work on them as they come in, and at some point I'll get behind and I won't be right up to the day. But keep getting those in, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.